Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this brand new series of videos, and we're going to be doing the S.J.A Adventures episode. So please welcome to the channel, Elise.
Hey.
And so, Elise, tell the subscribers what we're going to be doing today.
We are going to be talking about my favorite S.J.A Adventure episodes. Hey guys, Elise here, and today we are going to be talking about my favorite top 10 S.J.A Adventures episodes. So, my number 10 is The Curse of Clyde Langard. And I like this so much because, well, one reason is because it has totem poles in it. And another reason is because Sky is in it. And I just love Sky. But we will have that and in just a little bit. Now, let's move on to my number 9, Ida Gorgon. Now, everyone knows the story of Medusa. She can only turn man to stone, but this one can turn both. The other one can turn women to stone too. But this episode is about this Gorgon and this Gorgon only. And that's the reason why I like it so much, is because it has a little myth in it, and I just love that so much. And that Russell got that, and I just love it. And that's why Ida Gorgon is my number 9 for my favorite S.J.A episodes. Number 8, The Mad Woman in the Attic. Now, I like the reason that this is my number 8 because it has a little time travel element to it. So, Ronnie is in the attic, and S.J.'s old attic, and someone that looks like Luke comes up there and sees her, and he tells him about the story that she made a bad wish, and this person right here is in there. And when she tells him that she wants her friends back, he is that girl's son, and he grants that wish, and she goes back in time, and that never ever happened. But she will never be able to forget him. And that's why I put Mad Woman in the Attic as my number 8. 7. The Enemy of the Bane. Now, one reason I like this so much and put that as my number 7 is because it is really, you get to know almost all of the characters except for 2, Clyde and Ronnie. Not the Ronnie from Doctor Who, but that's where Russell got it from. And that's why he named that character Ronnie. Anyway, reason I put that as my number 7 is because you get to know the first few characters. And there's even a new monster in there called the Bane. That's why it is called that. And S.J.A is the enemy of the Bane. So, and it's also the only non-two-parter in that series. And that's when I put Enemy of the Bane as my number 7. Number 6, Goodbye S.J.A Smith. The reason I put this as my number 6 is because there is this new person named Ruby, and she is like S.J.A but not S.J.A. And she put her at this horrible sickness, and she brought her to, apparently that Ruby is a bad alien, and she transported her to where her stomach is. And I know it sounds disgusting, but it's, yeah. And her stomach is devouring her piece by piece. But when Clyde and Ronnie and others find out, they are trying to save S.J.A. And Ronnie is the only one that Ruby sent Clyde to where she was, but it was running out of air. Since Ruby was an alien, she doesn't need air. So Ronnie was the only one that could save her. And when Clyde got out, Luke came back from college, and they went to save S.J.A. And another Russell element, Clyde said it's gonna sploosh the stomach, and when he got down on his knees and really close to it, it put like tiny little things in his face. It was like, it did sploosh. Another Russell element right there. And that's why I put Goodbye S.J.A. as my number 6. Number 5. Temptation of Sarah Jane Smith. The reason I like this is because it has another time travel element. And the trickster is in there, and it shows you, if you ever do time travel and you don't like what happened in the past, don't mess it up, because that will just destroy the whole entire future. And if you do, then that will show you that you have to go back in time and to fix it. And that's why I put Temptation of Sarah Jane as my number 5. Number 4, Death of the Doctor. And one reason why I like this so much is because, first, there is Matt Smith, which is one of my second personal favorite Doctor. My personal favorite is War, right there. And there is the companion that was before Sarah Jane, Joe Grant, and they know each other from the Doctor. But Joe Grant and Sarah Jane, they both traveled with John Pertwee, which was the 3rd Doctor, and they get to know each other really, really well, and that's why I put The Death of the Doctor as my number 4. Number 3, Sky. As I told you in number 10, we are going to talk about Sky. And her name, that's her name. And this guy is in there. Oh, and by the way, this one, right, no, over here, right here, that one. He is in this one, and I know he does look like CP3O, but he's not CP3O, okay? Maybe he's just a little relative, but I don't know. And he knows that Sky is going to try and kill him, but she's not. And that shows you the kindness that she has. And that's why I put Sky as my number 3. Number 2, The Wedding of Sarah Jane Smith. For my dad, this is actually his personal favorite, but this is my second. And the reason why is because for my dad, it's the 10th Doctor, and it is his personal favorite. See? Right there.
David.
Yeah. And he is in there, and he knows that and the trickster is also in that episode. And he knows that that wedding is cursed and he's going to try and stop it. But he's a bit too late. And the trickster touches them and it's like a little time warp. They're in the same place, but they can't see each other. And that's why I put The Wedding of Sarah Jane Smith as my number 2. Oh, and The Wedding of Sarah Jane Smith, it is actually the last episode as David for the Doctor. It's after the Day of the Doctor. Sorry, it's before. I got mixed up. Sorry. It was actually filmed after the end of time. And as you all know, my dad doesn't like that one because that's where David regenerates, and yeah. So.
Hold on.
And that's why I put The Wedding of Sarah Jane Smith as my number 2. Now, before I reveal my number 1 pick for my favorite Sarah Jane Adventure episodes, I'm gonna say the honorable mentions. The episodes I did like but didn't quite make it onto this list. Honorable mentions: The Lost Boy, The Nightmare Man, and The Prisoner of the Jejune. Now, my number 1 pick for this video, my favorite Sarah Jane Adventure episodes, is The Revenge of Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa's Revenge. Either way, still the same. Now, as you probably don't know, I love art. And I love doing it all the time. Especially, I love Mona Lisa and all of those other famous painters out there. And I actually know the person who did Mona Lisa, Leonardo da Vinci. And she is looking for his brother he was a painting that's not supposed to be painted. He was painted right next door to Leonardo da Vinci. And that's why I put The Revenge of Mona Lisa as my number 1 pick. Bye. Hey, look, I'm doing my Tom Baker impression. Oh, and by the way, the pyramids of Mars are on here with Sarah Jane and the 4th Doctor. And I watched it, and it's a 4-parter, and it's really good. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye. It's the end, but the moment has been prepared for. Bye.
Oh, great, now I'm Tom Baker.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you liked that, and thank you, Elise, for sharing your top 10 favorite Sarah Jane Adventures episodes.
You are very welcome.
We'll see you again real soon.
Bye.